Hello again, this is Rose Griscom again, Institute of Thai Massage USA. And I just did the foot massage video, so now we're continuing with hand massage. And again, this is beneficial for circulation. It's beneficial if you have arthritis or stiff achy joints. Just don't go too deep and move things too much. But a little bit of movement is very beneficial for arthritis. If your hands tend to be cold, you don't have good circulation to the hands. It's good for in reflexology and in Thai massage in many disciplines. Working the hands addresses the whole body, different organs, different reflex points in the body. So I'll just show you a few simple things that, again, you can do for yourself or for a partner. So I'm going to do some of this from up close, and some of it I'm going to move back a little bit. So working on the palm of the hand, we can slide along the base. So I'm using one thumb to slide from the center of the palm all the way to the tip of the finger. And my fingers underneath are supporting the finger as I slide. So sliding from the base to the tip, kind of walking the thumb up. That opens up the hand, stretches it out, particularly if you're on the computer a lot or holding things a lot. So I'm going to move back. This is actually easier to do from back there. So excuse me while I adjust the angle of the camera a little bit. Okay, so now you can see the hand. So I'm now going to work on it using gravity, letting my hand rest on the mat, excuse me, and then using this other hand and the weight of my body by rocking forward. So I'm working again from the center of the palm, sliding to the tip of each finger. Hope you can see that okay. Close the thumb. You can also use a closed fist or a soft fist, like I did in the previous video, and use my body weight to use that fist. Just putting some pressure on the center of the palm, pressing and rubbing slightly. Depends on the size of your hand. You might not have a lot of room. We're focusing on the palm of the hand because that's where the most soft tissue is. It can hurt a little if we press too much on bone. And I'm using different angles with my hand, just trying to stay on the soft tissue. The femur eminence of the thumb, this kind of bump of the thumb, the palm itself, this web between the thumb and first finger. Getting some nice pressure in all that area. Can also use that thumb to slide like I just was doing. Also feels nice just to press, like you're connecting the dots from the base of the hand to the tip of the finger, like you're tracing a fan sort of, from the base of the palm to the tip of each finger, using your other thumb to press along that line for the tip of each finger. And if you find a spot that feels a little tight or there's a little bit of tension, you can spend a little bit more time there and press just right into that particular area. Particularly for many people, this web between the thumb and the first finger, it's a lot of tightness and tension. So you can massage that area as well as making your way to the tip of each finger. We can also work the back of the hand. Again, the spaces between the bones, where there's some soft tissue to work, using our thumb to slide from the base of each finger, right at the bottom of it there, toward the wrist. So really, feels really good. A lot of times the back of the hand gets ignored because it's bony, but there's quite a bit of tension there between the fingers. It can feel good to either use your thumb or your fingers. You can also do it in this direction if that's easier for you, using the tips of your fingers to slide down. We're trying not to go too fast. We're trying to pay attention to how it feels, and to really be focused on what's happening right here, right now in our hands. Working the joint, I can move the thumb joint back and forth. A lot of what massage you do on your hands is similar to what you do on your feet because it's a very similar appendage. So I'm moving the joints back and forth, circling them gently. Because the fingers are longer than the toes, you can actually work each of the joints right at the base. See here? Then the middle joint, and the distal joint. So if you want to take the time, you can bend each of those joints gently and slowly. And you can use your thumbs and fingers to rub over each of those joints. Particularly nice if you have stiffness in the joints. Particularly nice to do this first thing in the morning if you tend to wake up with a little stiffness in the hands. Just checking in, paying attention to each and every joint in the fingers. Bending, rubbing. So on a physical level, what this does is not only to increase the blood flow, the circulation to that part of the body, which is a really critical thing because your blood carries the oxygen and the nutrients that your body needs for cell repair, as well as the veins carry away waste products. They also stimulate your lymphatic system, which carries away waste products. It's part of your immune system. We can also just do some movements with our whole hand, squeezing and opening the hand. Again, good for the ligaments and tendons and muscles. We can massage the joints of the wrist using our thumb, kind of rubbing all around the bony parts. Can use the whole hand like other fingers like a ring, like we're putting a bracelet on and off. We can squeeze and press with our whole hand. Can move the wrist joint, flex and extend. Some gentle circling. And if you're doing these movements and anything hurts, just don't do them. Go slower, go lighter, don't move as far. That's why it's important to pay attention so that you stop before you do something that's uncomfortable. Can also use our fingers on the back of the hand to slide from the base to the tip. And we can do a little clapping to wake things up. We can also shake it out. Here I'm shaking the wrist up and down quickly and vigorously, which is very beneficial for it. Gets the joint as well as the wrist. You can shake your whole arm out, shake your elbow out. Get that blood flowing there. You can also just focus in the hand itself on the small soft area inside all of the bony parts of the fingers. The palm of the hand has about a $quarter size area in the center, which is just soft, so there's no bones of the fingers. And that's a nice area to use a little bit more pressure. Just centered in that very soft part, either by rocking your body, sliding the thumb, either pressing or sliding. You can even use your elbow. If you want a little more pressure, just resting the hand on a flat, soft surface, then letting your elbow come into the palm and just dropping your weight so the bone of the elbow is what's pressing. You can move that around. You just want to stay where it's soft, again, not on bones. I'm just moving the elbow small amounts, so I'm staying on the meaty, soft tissue of the center. You can also work that web we talked about earlier between the thumb and the first finger, that web of tissue. It's a nice area to work with your elbow if you have some tension and tightness there. You can even use your forearm a little bit, the muscle, soft tissue part of your forearm, to press on the whole hand. You can use your fists like we've done before, or your thumbs. The side of the hand here, this side of the hand, it's also an area that gets ignored, that's has a lot of meaty tissue in it. It's beneficial to massage, different nerve endings there. So I'm just using my fingers, squeezing my thumb, to just be sure that I'm massaging that side of the hand too. There's different pressure points in Chinese medicine and Thai medicine and reflexology. If you want to learn more, there's classes that'll teach you very specific points to work on different parts of the hand that have different effects. Just a few of them are in this web between the thumb and finger. If you go to the base of the web, you feel the bone, where they meet like a V, the base of the web. It's where muscles attach, it's a pressure point there. It's quite nice to massage that very base of the web. Either you can simply squeeze that web between your thumb and first finger, kind of squeeze it. It can be a little sensitive, so pay attention. Be careful, don't do too much. You can rub that web. You can just press and hold it. It's one pressure point. Another is the very center of the palm. In many disciplines, in yoga, Ayurveda, Thai massage, the center of the palm is an important point. So that's a nice one to press. Just relaxing, breathing, pressing into that place. And then also between the fingers, the part of the web that's between the fingers, it's a nice area to pinch. Pinching the web between each finger. And just like on the toes, the tip of each finger. It's nice to squeeze and pull off the tip of each finger. Not pulling the whole joint. That takes a little bit more skill so that you don't dislocate your joint. We're just squeezing the tip and pinching off. You don't even have to do the pinching off. Maybe it just feels nice to you to squeeze the tip. Opening and closing the whole hand, shaking it out. Just a few simple hand massage techniques. We'll do the other hand. As I said, the sequence isn't all that important. Do whatever's comfortable. On this side, I'm going to start with my hand resting on the mat and using a soft fist or a hard fist. And leaning my body weight in to create the pressure so I don't have to use the muscles of my fingers and hand. I'm focusing on the center of the palm where it's nice and soft, the raised portion of the thumb, which is also more muscular and softer. And sliding from the base of the hand toward the fingers. Can also do that with my thumb, sliding from the base of the hand to the tip of each finger. Like I'm tracing a fan from the base to the tip of each finger. Also working the joints, bending, circling. I want to take and pay attention to each particular joint, to bend it, and use my thumb and fingers to rub the joint itself. You'd be surprised when you slow down and really notice your hands. Many people carry quite a lot of tension in their hands. They can be very, very relaxing to release that tension with some gentle massage. Focusing on both the joints and the soft tissue, the muscle. As I said earlier, using this time to be in this moment. Nothing else matters right now, except what you're doing for yourself or for your partner. Opening and squeezing the hand, getting the blood flow, lubricating the joints, tendons and ligaments. Working the wrist, either making like a bracelet with our other finger and going back and forth. Squeezing, excuse me, with our hand, or using our thumbs to rub around that joint. Trying to find the space between the bones. Using the whole hand to squeeze and rub the other hand. Working the joint of the wrist, up and down, circling. Maybe shaking it out. Basically, when you do this shaking, I'm trying to focus on up and down, not side to side. You can do side to side. The joint moves that way also. But it feels really good, I think, to just go up and down as fast as you can, shaking out that wrist joint, bending and straightening the elbow joint, shaking out the whole arm, fingers, whatever feels good there. You can also rub the hands together, and you can use both hands to massage each other, almost like when you're washing your hands. Many of us are washing our hands a lot these days, which is a good thing. But you can be mindful when you do that. And it can be a hand washing and a massage. Rubbing them together, squeezing out the thumb, going between each set of fingers, rubbing the back of the hand, maybe using your fingers in the palm of your hand, and just using your hand to squeeze all along the other hand. Shaking them both out, opening, closing both. Focusing if we want to do a little deeper work on that center of the palm or the V between the thumb and first finger. We can use our thumb to do some stroking and massaging in the center of the palm where the bones of the hands aren't, where it's just nice and soft. Well, there are bones there, but you don't feel the bones in the palm here. Just feeling the soft tissue, the mound of the thumb, the web in between. We can use our elbow for resting our hand flat, placing the elbow in the soft tissue and just leaning down. Moving it around to a little different place if we like. Again, just doing what feels good. If you're working with a partner, you want to be checking in with them. You know, asking them, how's that pressure? Do you want a little less, a little bit more? Sometimes instead of just saying, does that feel good? Which is perfectly okay to say. But if you want a little bit more direction, you can ask something more specific, such as, would you like more pressure or less pressure? Or something like, do you want me to keep massaging here, working here, or go to a different area? So I'm working right in the center as well as the V between the thumb and first finger. And those pressure points, to kind of review them on this hand. One is this V between the thumb and first finger. So we trace the thumb bone, the finger bone back down to where they meet. And we find the soft tissue right before where they meet. You can squeeze that between the thumb and first finger. We can rub in there. We can be resting our hand if that's easier, using our body weight to lean in. Squeezing between the fingers at the base of each finger, the soft web between the tip of each finger. Squeezing and pinching off. Not sure if I did this on this hand yet, but going between the bones with our thumb, from the base of each finger to the wrist, or using our own fingers if that's easier than the thumb, getting between the bones. The pad on the side of the hand, squeezing and massaging that with thumb or fingers or hand. The wrist itself, using our other hand like a bracelet. Using our thumb right around the indentations, the space where the wrist bends, front and back. Using our whole hand to squeeze that. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope you can do that for yourself. I like to do it first thing in the morning while I'm still in bed. It's a way to wake up my whole body, and particularly my hands. I use my hands a lot as a massage therapist, so I give them a lot of attention and self-care. So this is a typical routine that I would do on a regular basis. But many people are on their keyboards or holding a pen or a pencil or an instrument or carpenter tools. Lots of ways most of us use our hands. So self-massage of the hands is awesome to do. It's beneficial. It feels good. It's lovely to do for a partner. It tends to be very relaxing, as well as the foot massage that we did earlier. So I hope you enjoy those, use those, take good care of yourselves, and check in and see what else I've got going on the YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.